nothing brings a friendship together like capital murder. I think that's the point of season 2.
And the point of America.
Right.
But not Canada.
We start with him just landing and his birth as Harry Vanderspiegel, because he's an alien. He takes on this human form. We see him learn how to speak by watching Law and Order. And now, where we left off, we have 8 more episodes coming out for season 2, starting August 10th. Where we left off, there's a baby he's taking care of now. So he's come a long way. And I think he ended the first season by falling in love, friend love with Asta. Friend love. And through Asta, he decided to spare the Earth. And now, this season, through Asta, she won't let him kill everyone. She said, you can't just like me, that she has people that she loves that are humans, so he has to respect that. And so I've tried to kill him a few different times.
Yeah. You know what's beautiful about the next couple episodes coming up? Harry really struggles with pain and fear in a way that he never has before. I just watched some of those episodes and I just thought it was really beautiful how you handled dealing with Harry feeling new emotions again for the first time, and then also how Asta has to explain that pain is an inevitable part of being human. It's wonderful to watch all of you guys navigate on screen how to juggle between the drama and the comedy that Chris writes so eloquently into our scripts, and it's just been such a privilege to be able to work with you all in that way. But it's awesome when you see it really come to life, and there's been so many things I've seen in these episodes that are coming up. Like you were saying, every person in the show is now you're starting to get to know them, and it's really awesome to see you guys do these scenes that I've never seen before. And I'm like, I wasn't there. I don't remember. We didn't get to have the script reading this time, COVID. And so, it's been nice to also watch it come to life just the same way the fans are.
Sarah literally is like the centering, grounding force of the show. Because did you see us all start to calm down when she started to talk? Exactly. And that's because it's true. And the fact that you play on the show, Asta is the savior, right? And Asta's the savior of humanity because you're making the point that we all are worth something, and you're pleading with this outside force, right? And in our cast, Sarah does work she is a bit of the glue. You're very matriarchal, and you have this incredible grounding energy. You are a people person. You know what I mean? You are there, like a down-ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what that means? It's like a down-ass bitch. Like, she's down. The kind of person it does. It's the same. Yeah, same thing. Thank you. Yeah, we're just so lucky to have her.
They're trying to learn how to reconnect. They've been married for so long and kind of just going through the paces of kind of stale marriage, and so they're kind of trying to reconnect after all these years. It's getting a little stale.
For Ben and Kate, I mean, they have a very spicy sex life, but it's covering the fact that they don't really have intimacy in an emotional way. They don't feel comfortable talking to each other. They don't feel opening up and telling each other their secrets. Ben has always had a lot going on in his life since he was a kid. He's got a lot of fear in his life. He doesn't feel comfortable talking to her about it. She's not happy in Patience, and she doesn't feel comfortable talking to Ben about it. So all these resentments sort of build up until their relationship suffers because they can't talk to each other. So a lot of season 2 for Ben, Kate, and the rest of the characters is about taking control of your life. It's about finding your own inner strength. For Ben, he's going to try to get this resort put in town. He's got to find the strength to stand up to the town, but more importantly, he's got to find the strength to be himself around his wife. And we'll watch him go through that journey in the second half of the season.
Well, I can't speak on that too much other than to say it was incredibly exciting to find out, finally, that Darcy gets to, know something that's going on secretively. The fact that I kill him and she witnesses it at the end of that's first half of season 2. It felt like such a relief to stand there next to her as Darcy and Asta, but also as Alice and Sarah, to be able to go, we can finally, I'm not alone when I'm with this man in the room. Now we can just both endure this beautiful comedy at the same time and enjoy these moments in the script that are really complicated, and now I'm not the only human being in the room. dealing with it. And so I think you get to, not that you have something to deal with, but you know what I mean. But sometimes. So that's been really exciting to know that she gets to be more involved. How that pans out, I'll let you watch those episodes on August 10th. But it's so exciting to know that I sort of have a partner in crime. And I will say, I got to see this incredible scene between Alice and Allan, where she defends my honor and says, essentially, like, if you ever hurt Asta, essentially, like, I'll kill you. And it's this beautiful moment where I just didn't know that happened. And then I saw it on screen and I was like, she's a real friend, you know?
Well, it's also a relief for Darcy because for the whole first season, since Asta has become embroiled with this otherworldly person, there's been a huge secret between these two people that have had no secrets for decades, you know? When you have that person in your life that's like your lodestar, the person that centers you, that he's your only ride or die, and they've got this huge secret, I think Darcy's been feeling really weird about it and not knowing how to connect with Asta anymore. And so now she feels like, oh, all right, yeah, I'll bury a body. I don't care, because now I know what's going on and we are connecting again. But are they? So, August 10th.
In the beginning, I think Mike is ultimately very insecure. Not only is Deputy Liv a fantastic investigator, she's very well liked, and she finds a way to manifest what she wants in a way very differently than he's used to and what his techniques are. And I think in the beginning he saw that as kind of naive. What, you're going to actually ask someone to do something as opposed to telling them what's wrong with you? But, during the course of season 1, he very quickly comes to see her value. And I think that value professionally gets expanded, personally in season 2 as he needs someone to talk to. She is the one who steps up and decides to help him find what he's looking for to make his life better than it is.
I think what's interesting with Liv's continued journey alongside Mike, but also on her own, is that she is getting more and more persistent with believing in herself that her theories have real legs. And she doesn't give up. She's like a very gentle dog with a bone.
The central heart of the show are the characters in the show and all the people and obviously the amazing actors sitting in those roles. It really is a show about an outsider coming into the world and not fitting in and trying to tell a story where if you open your arms and befriend the outsider, and you might realize that they're not that much different than yourself. And if we all work together as people, then we'll come closer together and be stronger, and humanity itself would be better. So it's one of the main messages of the show, because Harry comes down here into the world to try to kill everybody, and then is slowly, as he gains emotions and learns what these humans are about, is slowly starting to realize that maybe humans are worth saving after all. And we're sort of watching him go through that. And along the way, we're seeing all these other great characters go through what they're going through. And hopefully, as an audience, we're falling in love with them, as in the same way that Harry is slowly falling in love with them.
Another thing that is an interesting component to the way the storytelling is done in this show is because Harry is an alien, it feels as though in many ways our audience, human beings, might be more open to what it is that he is observing. He is objectively speaking from a position that we, being inside of humanity, it's hard for us to see it the way that he does. But the way the writing that is done on the show, we're able to send messages via Harry's observations that I think actually genuinely have the intention of having a positive impact on society and getting humanity to kind of reflect upon themselves the way Harry's reflecting on us.